Internship 2023, and how did I experience it? Firstly, I just want to say thank you to our amazing community, for everyone who supported us and just loved us during this time. It was absolutely incredible and I feel so loved. So thank you so much. Secondly, in the beginning of internship, David asked us what our expectations were, as well as told us what his were. And I just want to say we are so blessed to have a pastor who's, his main expectation was for us to experience personal growth. And wow, in these 6 months, I think we can all testify to how much growth we experience in all areas of our life. It feels literally like every single fruit was just watered. And for that, I'm very grateful. If I were to just take out one highlight, it would have to be just the slow and steady pace of the last 6 months. Coming from a working environment, I really thought that the Lord called me to this space just to go and do what's next, but was really pleasantly surprised at how the Lord just called everything to a stop and really came to rule in my heart and really focus on what He's busy with instead of what I want to do. So I'm very grateful for the last 6 months that I got to experience and process everything that the Lord is busy doing, not only in my heart, in people's hearts, in our community's hearts, but also in Cape Town. That is something that I treasure, and I think I'll hold on to the rest of my life. So, Internship 2024, I think you should sign up if you're willing.
So, how was the internship for me? I can honestly say it was an adventure. I dropped everything and just followed God and what He said, and He just took me places I did not think I would go. I got to see new sides of Him and His character, and I honestly don't think I would have really seen that in the trajectory I was going in life. I don't think I would have seen those sides of Him and His character. And just seeing how good He is and how He is as a father and a provider. There were times when I really did not think He would come through, and without fail, He would be there. Times when I didn't think I would be eating, and there would be something. Times when there was no more provision and something would happen. He came through without fail. He was consistent, and He was just an amazing father. I really feel like I grew so much in intimacy with Him this year. Just seeing how raw it is just to follow God, and it really stirred me to just trust and have faith for deeper things and more in Him. And I'm not saying this is necessarily for everyone to do an internship, but just engaging God in what He has to offer and just surrendering what you have, what you're clutching onto. It's just really just a way to see new sides of Him and His character. It's a bit too boring just constantly going to the same God in the same way every day. There's so much more to learn and experience in Him. So I really want to encourage you, if it's on your heart, to go through the internship, to just consider it. And if not, then consider how you can make adjustments in your life to just pursue God more wholeheartedly, because being lukewarm isn't any fun.
How did I experience Internship 2023? Before starting on the key things I learned this year, I would just like to say thank you to each and every one of the congregation that really supported us in this time. It has been amazing to experience community and to have the feeling that we're kind of all doing this together. So thank you. And also to the leadership of the church, especially Debbie and Renel, and also all the church staff. Really thank you for investing in us. And that brings me to the key things I learned this year. The first thing I would like to mention is the fact that we actually had time to process things. We did a lot of courses, so we did Bible school and the Matt Stasel course, and we did an evangelism course, and read some amazing books. And out of each and every one of those, I learned so many things. But what stood out was the fact that I actually had time to process those things and to try to implement them in my life. I believe that these were building blocks that was laid for the years to come, and I trust that God will continue to build on these blocks that were laid in these 6 months. And I think I can list a very long list of things that we did and that we learned this year. But what stood out the most to me was the deep hard work that God came to do. And I'm not quite sure, I mean, He's God, He can do anything, but I'm not quite sure how that would have looked in a different scenario had I chosen a different path. There were things that came up in my heart that I don't think would have come up in a different setting or at a different job. So I'm really thankful to God for that, for doing that deep hard work. And I trust that the seeds that were sown in these 6 months will continue to grow and bear much fruit in the future. So if you are considering the internship, I can tell you that it truly is amazing. And if that is where God is leading you, I want to say take the leap of faith.